What is going on, guys? It's your boy Kyberlord, and I'm back with the very best deck, Sky Striker. Now, I took this deck to YCS London, and then we finished out a record of 3-3, and then we dropped. I did get second place with this the weekend before YCS London, and overall, I think I just made one change, which was Upstart Goblin. I took it out and swapped in the one dark hole because obviously it's searchable by TTT, and if we're OTKing with linkage, we really don't want to be giving our opponent that one extra 1k. And yeah, I mean, overall at YCS it did perform really well. I was really happy with the deck, with the ratios, with everything. There was just a few bricky hands, but I mean, with a high caliber event like YCS, I mean, there was some really intense competition, and I mean, shout out to all my opponents that I played. I mean, everyone played phenomenal. Even the matches that I won, they weren't very easy. But I mean, it is YCS. It is the very best duelists are going to be at this tournament. So let's get started with the deck profile. If you enjoy the video at any point, make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. And of course, we are using the YCS play mat, the participation mat that we were giving. So it's just such an amazing mat. I would have been really upset if I didn't get mine, but as you can see, it's got every single price card since the very first one, and then it's got, if you can look really closely, it's got the date for every single YCS so far, and for London is right there. I don't know if that's on camera. Yes, it is on camera. April 1st, 2023. So enough talking, let's get started with Sky Striker.
Stardust, Black Rose, no hope, life low. Alright, I'm set, I got my deck. I'm about to head to my homie crib next. I got a brand new combo with some tricks. I'm about to burn them for 8,000 quick. Got it on standby so you can't draw. Main face ain't shit, go to your school face, that mean you lost.
Hi below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Alright, so starting off with the main deck, we are playing 3 Sky Striker Ace Ray, and honestly, when we dropped out of the main event, we went on to do the 3v3 on Sunday, and my biggest break was, yes, Ray. I was up against a Mathmech player. I did open 2 copies. Game 2, I opened 3 copies, and I was like, this is not ideal, but it is what it is. The best girl, we want to see her in our opening hand, but just not too many copies. We're playing the one Rose. This is what you want to dump off Hayate for that linkage OTK. Remember, you have to have Ray and Rose in grave for them to gain that 1k boost. And obviously, if your opponent's got nothing on board, we are playing a lot of board wipers, by the way, you can easily OTK, which I did. I did OTK Trap Tricks. I did OTK. I came up against Branded Dark Magician. I managed to OTK them. I believe I also OTK'd Ninjas game 1, game 2, I don't remember. We did go to game 3, but I did manage to linkage OTK quite a few of my opponents. Hand traps, we're playing 3 Ash Blossom. You really want to hit that Branded Fusion, and it's Ash Blossom. It stops a lot of decks. The next one is 3 Infinite Impermanence. Now, a lot of people are playing evenly over this in the main deck, and I'm really happy I chose Infinite Impermanence because it came up a lot and it was just really clutch. The last monster you could say we are playing in the main deck is the 2 Turtle Kaiju. This was honestly extremely clutch. A lot of people were ending on like what's it called, Baron, that Fusion Ninja and stuff. It was honestly, I wish I would have played 3 copies, which I probably am. I'm probably going to boost this up to 3. It was just, I don't know, I would say one of the MVPs in the deck. So 2 Turtle Kaiju. Moving on to our spells, the very best Sky Striker spell. I always say it's Anchor, but no, it's not. It's now Linkage. So a lot of people don't know what this does. And a lot of people don't know that this is not once per turn, so you want to linkage, hit, Kagari, bring it back, and then drop it again. It did catch a few opponents by surprise. It caught up with Sword Soul, the Sword Soul player I played, and the Branded Dark Magician player that I faced. I dropped it, I kept dropping them, and they were like, is that not once per turn? I was like, no, and everybody this weekend literally asked to read linkage, so cracked card. Remember, you can send another card you control, so you can drop, I don't know, like a Afterburners, drop linkage, target Afterburners, and then just send it. the second best card in Sky Striker now, Widow Anchor. Now, I always hype this card so much, saying how good it is and all that, but honestly, at YCS, I didn't really rely on Anchor a lot, and I didn't really see it for some weird reason, so it was just like, I don't know, when I did need it, I didn't see it, and when I did need it, I, like, drew into it. But we are playing Infinite Impermanence, so I think that kind of, like, replaced it, but it's still really, really good. Speaking of board breakers, we're playing 2 Afterburners. Honestly, such a good card this past weekend. I think 2 is the perfect ratio. You obviously get to pop that monster. And then if you've got the 3 spells in grave, you can also pop the back row. Which, with the build we're playing, I easily got 3 spells in grave every single turn. So 2 Afterburners. The 1 Engage, I wish we could play 3, but Konami doesn't want to give us 2 more. So the 1 Engage, another one of Shark Cannon, the 1 Multi-Roll, the 1 Hornet Drones, the 1 Ego Booster, and the 1 Area Space Zero. Ego Booster was surprisingly really, really good. I was doubting that card. I was like, should I cut it? Should I play it? I've not played it in ages, but honestly, Ego Booster was really, really good, protecting my access code talker, protecting my links from getting popped. Multi-roll, I mean, it's multi-roll. Area Zero was really, really good to unbrick my hands. Like when I did break, for example, when I drew, I don't know, 2 Lightning Storms, set 1, and then Area Zero, and then I would always see a Sky Striker card, which was really, really good. Engage, I am playing triple tactic thrust in the main, so Engage was always my Ash Blossom bait, so I would search it. If I didn't have linkage in hand and I couldn't OTK that turn, I would go Hayate, dump, Engage, and then my opponents would always make that face like, oh, he's going to bring it back with Kagari, and then he's going to try to drop it. So they'd get that Ash ready, and I did exactly do that. Drop the Engage, and they'd go Ash Blossom. Then I'd go triple tax, and then I'd search whatever was necessary. Shark Cannon was really, really good. I wish I'd bumped that up to like 2, maybe even 3. It performed really, really well even at 1 copy. And with the Dark Magician player, they went Celine access code combo, and I did manage to Shark Cannon their Celine, and then go link climb into my access code and basically OTK them game 3, which was really, really good. I'd have to say that was probably my favorite matchup. He was a really good player, but luckily we got the win. Now for generic spells or staples, you could say, we are playing the 3 thrusts, which is the money card at the moment. You can literally search any normal spell, and my go-to once I dropped Engage, I would go thrust, and then if I needed to draw, if I didn't have anything in hand, I would search for the triple tax. Now I don't know, I felt funny about this ratio here. I wish I had 3 talents and 2 thrusts. I know people opt for like, oh, if you're going to play 2, you might as well just not play it. And definitely don't play 1. Like, it's not worth playing 1, I would say. But I don't know. Thrust was sort of like a brick, but it also helped me unbrick my hand. It's just a weird card for me. But talents, I definitely wish I played the 3rd copy. And yeah, I mean, it was Engage, Thrust, Talents, or whatever. At one point, I searched Dark Hole. Just to wipe the entire board. More board breakers. We're playing 3 Lightning Storm. This was honestly really, really clutch as well. I'm glad I decided to play it. And to add to that 1 board breaker, Dark Hole, which was really, really good. I think I used it like 2 times. I went Lightning Storm on back row, and then Dark Hole for monsters, and then I managed to linkage OTK, which was really, really good. Like, that was an insane card, an insane hand that I opened. I think it was up against Trap Tricks, I want to say, or it was up against Sword Soul, but really, really good. The next card is 3 Book of Moon. Obviously, we were prepared to face Kashtira, and we only saw 1 Kashtira build the whole tournament, surprisingly. But I don't know, after YCS, I'd probably say I want to side this, or maybe just play 2 copies, because I don't know, I feel like I didn't really need it. I didn't really want to keep monsters on board. I just really wanted to wipe boards and OTK. So, quite a funny 1, Book of Moon. Everybody was playing it. Like, everybody was playing it. They always kept flipping my Ray. They kept flipping Rose and everything. So, I was like, let me do something. Our last 2 one-offs is the 1 Reinforcements of the Army and the 1 Change of Heart. Really, really good card. Also search it off of Thrust. You can also search Reinforcements of the Army as they are normal spells. But that is it for the main deck. Let's move on to the extra deck. So I finally opted to play for the two Hayate that everybody is playing. I'm like, I'll give it a go. If it's the ratio everyone's playing, it's the ratio I should probably pay. And I will tell you right now, I very highly regret it. I did miss the third Hayate. I lost a couple of matches, or a couple of games in time. And I swear if I had the third Hayate, we would have been able to change that result. But I don't know. I'm always just going to go for the 3 Hayate. You can never go wrong with it. The next striker link we're playing is the 3 Kagari. Really, really good card. You want to bring back your spells. And luckily, I managed to bump her up to like almost 3k in one matchup, which was really insane. I did get a lot of spells engraved. And then I just managed to like luckily win in time. I think it was versus Sword Soul. I don't quite remember. The next one is the 3 blue, the 3 Shizuku. This is probably what everybody was ashing this weekend, which I didn't mind, because if we'd already dumped off Hayate and then Kagari bring back, like, it's alright. The 1 Kana saved us from getting OTK'd by Sword Soul, by Dark Magician. It's always just a one-off. Zeke, I always hype up 2 Zeke, but I think 1 should have been enough, at least this past weekend. I didn't really need more than 1. I only ever went into 1 for the whole tournament, just to get rid of something that I Widow Anchored. But yeah, that's it for the striker links. We are playing the 1 Dark. I don't know how I felt about this card. I didn't really go into it at all, so I mean, it's gonna stay for now. The absolute GOAT still, access code Talker. I had seen a lot of lists drop him, and honestly, you do not want to drop him, because you can Widow Anchor something, you can Shark Cannon like I did. I Shark Cannon the Celine, linked it off with one of my striker links. Access code, and as always, we have links for days engraved, so it's a guaranteed OTK. It's a guaranteed win if we go access code really late in the game. And the last 2, as I said, we were prepared to face some Kashtira, is the 2 AA Zeus, which came up 0 times this whole weekend. Did not face any Kashtira. Didn't really face any XYZ decks, but Mathmech or what's the other one? Round 1 was Trap Tricks. Now, the aim was to Widow Anchor something, swing into it, go into Zeus, have a big Zeus, but it did not come up. So for the 3v3, I did cut 1 Zeus, and then I did add the 3rd Hayate, because you're allowed to like submit a different deck list for that event. So, I mean, Zeus is just there for cash, but definitely the way to go forward is just 1 AA Zeus. That's all you want. Now, for the side deck. It's always a struggle. Lancia, didn't side it in at all this past weekend, but it was just there to stop our stuff from getting banished. 3 Ghost Spell. Now, Ghost Spell was really weird. I did not side her in either. I felt like there was better stuff to side deck. But this was a last minute addition. I did cut Nibiru for Ghost Spell, and I really wish I'd play Nibiru over Ghost Spell. But as I said, side deck according to your local, side deck according to the tournament you're going to. So basically YCS, I was side decking to be prepared to face a lot of Kashtira, which did not happen. The next card, this you have to side in every single game. When you can, Cosmic Cyclone. It's just, I would always assume they would make me go first. So I would side out Lightning Storms and side in Cosmic Cyclone. 3-dimensional barrier. I sided this in, I think, once against Dark Magician, actually, yeah, because they were playing obviously Dragoon Turbo branded and stuff, so it was really, really good against that matchup. But it's the only matchup I sided it in against. It was mainly Cosmic Cyclone and mainly evenly matched. Now, for siding out, I did always side out the Lightning Storms if I knew I was gonna like go first. I did always side out 1 Thrust, 1 Triple Tax, because obviously we still have the 2, and the 1 TTT is still searchable. We did also side out, what else did we side out? I believe it was, Imperms. I did side out Imperms, 1 matchup, because I was like, well, we've still got the Widow Anchor, so I don't know, it was a very interesting tournament. As I said, shout out to all the opponents I played. It was really, really good. But overall, I enjoyed the tournament a lot. I enjoyed meeting Farfa, Crush Cards finally after so many years of like being just Instagram friends. MBT, Lithium, Tasif. It was just really, really cool to meet all of you. And if you did see me at YCS and you got your stickers, I mean, I hope you liked them. And yeah, thank you everyone for all the support you guys have given my channel. And yeah, I mean, from this point forward, we're just gonna try and keep going strong. Yeah, more builds, more content. So definitely make sure you like and subscribe. And honestly, thank you guys very, very much for all the support. This is it for the deck profile, guys. Kyber Lord out.